When my computer suddenly threw me an error code and the SSD disconnected from my computer.
The problem I had with my phone is that it went through a snowblower.
My ore drips onto my phone. My phone stops working.
I just needed the old files that I had. My hard drive was acting funky.
Did I seriously just lose 2 terabytes of irreplaceable wedding footage in the span of like 30 seconds? Yes.
Yeah, I had my life on that phone like we all do.
I write music. I have over 1,000 voice memos on my phone.
All those files were gone.
Our mission is to reconnect people with data that's inaccessible. So that could be everything from family photos, wedding videos, business documents, and get them back restored with their data as quickly as possible.
They were able to retrieve everything.
But I am pretty certain that there is nowhere else in the world with that kind of expertise or professionalism.
Pulled a rabbit out of a hat for me.
You saved the day. Thank you, DriveSavers.
We're the only company in the world that's certified to work with every device type of manufacturer. So we have, one, the expertise, but also the tools and equipment to do any type of recovery as long as it's humanly possible.
It's a one-stop shop for everything from hard drives, iPhones, servers, if you've been infected with ransomware. Hearing the emotion in their voice when we tell them that we recovered their data, and then also after the fact when they're viewing it again for the first time, nothing beats that. Since 1985, DriveSavers has always been investing in our team's skills as well as proprietary resources and software development, anything to give our clients the best chance of recovering their data. DriveSavers has pioneered the data recovery industry, and we helped even set the standard for the entire industry as it comes to security protocols. And we treat every single device with the same level of security, everything from the government to grandma's photos. We've seen it all at DriveSavers. We've recovered laptops that have spent days at the bottom of the Amazon River.
There's one that was run over by a monorail, and we were able to get all the data back. On half of the phone was recovered.
Okay, well, you're doing all the right things, right? You're reaching out to somebody that can help.
This is our call center where we get all of our first inbound calls, new inquiries. We're also 24/7, 365, so we'll have a live agent to take calls.
What type of device was this?
We get about 20,000 calls every single month.
This process is really simple. To send in their device, no cost for the shipping label and for the evaluation.
A lot of people will think of hard disk drives in terms of spinning media as a typical form of storage media.
The device is a spinning hard drive. It goes to the clean room.
We have the largest clean room dedicated to data recovery in all of North America.
If you think of our clean room as an ER, which we do, this is where we keep the donor bodies. This is the materials department. 90% of the drives that come in here are physically damaged in some way, and they will need parts from our inventory in order to get them up and running enough to get readable data off of them. There's about $1 million worth of inventory. That's over 30,000 parts all tested and ready to go.
If it's an embedded SSD, like a MacBook or even an iPhone, then it goes to our flash physical group to recover the data.
Solid state drives have a bunch of little microchips that are actually where the data is stored as electrons. This department, we really specialize in micro soldering. This is just a standard penny, and for comparison, we have some of the components here to show what we might work with. So really thin gauge wires, they're thinner than a human hair. So that just shows you that something so small in comparison to this penny and this toothpick here can be really important. And that's why we have the microscopes and why we spend a lot of time to learn to do this well.
Evolving in terms of data in general, one of the areas where we've really started to focus on is helping businesses in particular recover from ransomware attacks. This is where a threat actor will sometimes encrypt an entire system for a business, and it's the same thing. It all comes down to data and helping people get back and access to data that's inaccessible.
If the device is not recoverable, if that device doesn't yield any data, then it's no charge to the customer.
Getting people reconnected with their data at the very end of the data recovery process is the most rewarding thing for everyone here at DriveSavers. There's always going to be something new, and DriveSavers has always been at the forefront of data recovery and will always continue to be.